Behind the success is a story few people know. Chapter 2.
A different trip to the United States, like the American experience for me. I always travel to the United States for vacations. One day, me and my brother will be living here, so we wanted to go to college here. On July 17, I was able to come here to begin my American experience of studying abroad. After graduation, I will go back to my country to run my family business. That was the plan. I remember I always talked to my father over the phone about my experience as a student. I was super excited, and he was very happy for me. I decided to take classes, English classes, and because I took classes in Dominican Republic, but I wasn't fluent yet, and I decided to take like a class, like English classes at Columbia University. I was taking English classes, and I also wanted to have a part-time job while going to take my English classes full-time. I was living like the American lifestyle of a young person, like that lived home after 18. By the way, I was like 20 years old and single at the time. In Latin America, you leave your parents' house when you marry. Before long, I started to learn more about the American culture and the language, and I think I was fluent in English within months. I think all the English that I took back home helped me to understand a little bit better the language. In the beginning, I was living with some relatives in Queens, my uncle and his wife. My grandmother was with me, big support for me in this life transition. She also helped me to find a place to live while I was studying. My father was supporting me financially at that time, and that's when I decided to move to the El Carmelo, which is a Catholic institution owned by the Carmelite sister. It was what we call here like a dorm, only for girls, private. They owned this house, and it was only for girls who wanted to live here while working or studying in New York. This was like heaven. All my life I was living in this bubble with a lot of protection. I was making a lot of friends at the residence. The nuns were lovely. They were like they were super caring with all of us. And yeah, I have a lot of friends almost in all the countries, and I am still in contact with them. Very, very happy to have this experience. Shortly after I started to settle in my new life as a student in America, a tragedy hit my family. It was Thursday, December 13, 2007. I was working at my part-time job, and I received a call from my uncle's wife letting me know that my father is no longer with us, and she wants me to be very strong. My heart drops. I started to ask questions about what had happened to him. I thought he had like a car accident or something like that, because the previous night I have like a nightmare where I saw our driver die in a car accident. I was thinking about that while my aunt told me that my uncle was on his way with my brother to pick me up at work. We will have a family meeting at Queens, and we will be traveling next day to my father's funeral. I was in total disbelief at work, crying in our back of the house area. Some of my bosses and coworkers were there, very compassionate and with me. Such a difficult situation. I am forever grateful for their support. When I saw my uncle was visibly affected too, and told me that he needs me to be strong and he will answer all my questions in Queens with the rest of the family. All the way to Queens, I was trying to understand why this happened to me, or why something happened, what's happened to my father. I was a good person doing the right thing. My uncle decided not to ride that day. We took the Long Island Railroad to go to Queens. It was very cold, but I didn't even feel the cold weather. I was in shock. When I arrived at my family's house, some family members were there talking to my grandmother. I ran to my grandmother to hug her and to ask her what had happened to my father. And she told me that he was having some difficulties with the business and my father couldn't handle the situation. He took away his life. I was devastated by the news. I couldn't believe it. We couldn't sleep that night. We took a flight the next day to the Dominican Republic to go to my father's funeral. I saw my classmates from high school at the funeral home and a lot of people offering their condolences for the tragedy. Our employees were there too. I was asking them questions to find out my father's behavior that day. They told me that he was acting as normal. I asked my uncles to take me to the house and our family business to see the scene. I was trying to find a sign that something was wrong or somebody could have prevented this to happen that day. I think my father thought about me in his last moments. I found his glasses in my room on my right side nightstand. Then I went to the business and everything looked normal. The office. I walked around the registers and I found money, which was unusual to leave money at the registers for the next day. Also, he went to my uncle's business, which is next door, and he told my uncle that he would go on a long trip. To me, that was a red flag, but nobody would think that he would do something like that. I understand. I remember the police handed me a note, and my father expressed that he was embarrassed and to ask for forgiveness for what he was about to do. And after the funeral, we discovered that it was a lot of debt. And after the funeral, we discovered that it was a lot of debt and the banks will be taking over our assets to recover unpaid debt. I had a conversation with my grandmother regarding the situation, and she told me that she needed me to remain calm and not ask a lot of questions about money. She didn't want me to start work in the family, asking my uncles about finances and things like that. We lost our father, and that was the most difficult for all of us. She has explained it to me that all the money was gone, and my grandmother had made the decision that we will be starting a new life in the US, and she will come with us. My brother, grandma, and myself, we left the country.